Hey YouTube, it's that blonde kid here with another deck profile. Um, I just thought I'd do both of the decks that I have on me since I'm here and I have the time. This is just my Lightsworn deck. It does amazing, so just thought I'd share my build with the world. I have like easily 15 or 20 builds involving Lightsworns, where I run D heroes, Chaos Swarms, a build where I run Dark Worlds in them, heroes. Just there's so many. I couldn't even name them all. But I'm gonna start doing deck profiles of all my Lightsworn builds. So if you're a Lightsworn fan like me, just keep up with them and comment. Let me know what you think. So two JDs, because the deck isn't pure Lightsworns. If you don't run pure Lightsworns, you don't run 3 JDs. That's plain and simple. That's just where it's at. Blackluster Soldier, because I run some darks, and since I have so much control, because as you know, Lightsworns have so much control over what cards they have and whatnot, he's super easy to get out. Guardian of Order, a lot of people don't like this card. I think he's the greatest, especially with Lumina now at 2. You could just Lumina, discard special, Guardian of Order. I mean, like 2500 beat stick that just wins games. Or to get there, since I only have 2 JDs in the deck, he's what gets that extra. And I've done this multiple times. I have 4 Lightsworns of the Grave, JD, Blow the Field, JD, Guardian of Order. I mean, like, that's 85, so I can OTK right there. So that's why I run Guardian of Order. He's just good. Celeste at 1, I've grown to really dislike her. I used to run her at 3 and Wolf at 3, and that's good for Pure Sworns, but you know, just don't like her. Yeah. 2 Lumina, there's no explanation there. That I'm not even going to, even if you wanted me to. I'm not going to. 2 Lila, that's standard. You don't want to run more than 2 or less than 2. It's good right at 2. It's just enough back row hate, because it's only a 1700. That's really easy to get over. 2 Raikou, it's not passive and it's not aggressive. It rides right in the middle line. A Jane, all my 1 names, Jane, Garoth, Aaron, and Wolf. It's pretty standard. I mean, a lot of people don't like Aaron, but I love her too much just to take her out of my deck, even though she has not very much use anymore. I love her too much. Honest, no explanation, right? Come on, people. 2 Evailers, it's just a good card. I mean, you can just, like, the problem that Lightsworns have isn't power, it's effects, so Evailer can shut that down and then I can swing over. 2 TKs. When I first put these in the deck, I didn't know what to expect, and I lost terribly at locals. I lost 3 games and won 2. It was bad. But now I know how to play the TKs and stuff like that. I was just really inexperienced with them, but they're really good in the deck right now. There's 1900 beater. They stop the draw. They stop the special summon. It's just good. And then my 4 dark monsters are Gores, Trag, Plague Spreader, and Necrogardna. A lot of people like Necrogardna at 2. And in my Chaos build, I do run 2, but in this, whatever build this is, 1 is good. I don't even know what to call this. This is just something weird that works. So that's the monster lineup. I think it's 24 monsters, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that's all the monsters that I run. Spells, generic Lightsworn stuff, 3 Solars and a charge. That's just standard. 2 Dualities. Duality is really good in this, not necessarily in Chaos Sworn, since special summoning is pretty much all they do, but in this build, it's really good. I could just Duality and then summon TK, or Duality summon Jane, Duality set Raikou, Duality summon Lila, Duality summon Garoth. And since I'm only running one wolf, duality doesn't hurt the milling of wolf, because I mill it and it doesn't come out, and I'm like, okay, well, that's another name for JD that's just chilling in my graveyard. It's no big deal. And then staples, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy. That's just basic. 2 Lightning Vortex. Helps dead cards. If I don't have 4 Lightsworns for JD, and I don't expect to, I'll use it. Wolf, Celeste when I don't have a Lightsworn out. Plague Spreader, Necrogardna. Any of my darks to get a dark in the graveyard for BLS. It's just good. This clears the field and paves the way for a game shot. That's it for spells. Traps, I got the Triad of Judgment, or the Triad of Solemns, 2 warnings and a judgment. It's just for shutdown. This whole deck is all about shutting down my opponent's stuff, like whatever kills me, whatever kills Lightsworns, I've built this to shut that down. 2 Tories, now that Tory's at 2, this is really good. I can like set a Necrogardna and a Tory, and then they summon a monster, Tory the field, get a Necro in the grave, and then next turn like do some Lumina shenanigans or anything like that. Mirror Force, Trap Staple, and 1 Beckoning instead of 2. I just 1 is a little bit better for this build. That's the deck. The extra deck is 3 Exceeds, Leviair, Utopia, Roach. I was thinking about cutting some of the Synchros and putting a little bit more Exceeds in here, because Exceeds are a lot more likely with Lightsworns. The 4 stars, just easy. If you mill a wolf, you get wolf out, there's your Exceed right there next turn if they survive. Most of your Lightsworns, like Jane, won't hardly ever get killed, so it's just good. Leviair is good for Lumina. Then you can Exceed into Leviair. You can use it to bring back your Necro from Remove from Play or Plague from Remove from Play, and use that to... one of my favorite things to do is I'll play Lumina, discard, get out another Lumina, discard for the second Lumina and get out like Jane or any 4-star Lightsworn, and then Exceed for Leviair, detach the Exceed material and get Plague Spreader, and then Synchro for 6, because I'll have Plague Spreader removed by then. So yeah. Magical Android Catastor, that's a Plague and Lumina. Iroquois and Brio, that's Plague in any 4-star. I have a lot of 7 stars for the fact that I can hardly ever get out 7 stars, but that's what I've got. Ancient Fairy, Black Rose, Scrap Archfiend. The most common way that I get out 7 is Celeste and Plague, or no, I guess like Lumina, Raikou, Plague, but that's a little harder to do. My 8 stars is probably my biggest pool. I got Ally Justice, Light Gazer for the mirror match or any light deck, especially with the new Hierarch archetype coming out, which my friend is super excited about. It's going to be a really good deck. Stardust, Thought Ruler, Scrap Dragon. And for my 9-star, I'm so sad that Trish got banned, because my deck could synchro for 9 stars all day, every day, any day of the week, any time of the game. I just Lumina, discard, Wolf, top deck, Plague Spreader, sync for 9. It was just the easiest thing in the world, and now with Trish gone, that really lowers the deck strength. So that's the extra deck, and my sideboard is more custom to my local, but I haven't really come up with a sideboard yet for Insectors. But I have 3 Cyber Dragons, just a good card. 2 Puppet Plants against Sam's, Heroes, any warrior deck. That's 2 Ally of Justice Cycle Readers. It's like a DD Crow, but only for light, and you remove 2 instead. It's good against Mirror Match, really good against Mirror Match. I have another JD in here for slow decks. If a deck is slow enough, I'll put another JD in, and then I go for triple JD a lot. 2 Nobleman of Crossout, standard. Probably thinking about taking them out because they're not particularly good anymore. Burial, good against. What is it good against? Anything that involves remove from play. It also helps with my own stuff. If I'm fighting a remove from play deck, Burial the stuff back. Non-fusion area against heroes. Transmigration Prophecy against anything that relies on the graveyard. And Gotems against sabers. So that's the deck, guys. Let me know what you think. I'll have more Lightsworn decks up another time.